My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
You know what? I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna go focus on something that's actually worth my time. Like covering the shadow stages in PO6.
Finish the story.
What?
Finish the story.
The hell is that? Cody, what are you doing here?
Finish the story.
What?
Finish the story.
What? No, I don't want to play the Avatar stages.
Finish the
No,
story.
Cody,
Finish
please,
the story.
you don't
Finish the
understand.
story. You need to finish yours.
Fine. Let's finish ranking this game's stages once and for all. Don't expect me to put too much time into these stages though, because this game does not deserve that. Number 10, Aqua World. Literally needs no explanation. We just went through this exact same stage with Shadow. And yeah, I know it's gonna be the same situation with the Shadow and Silver stages in PO6. The difference is, I want to play that game. I'm playing these stages, so the Forces levels aren't left unfinished on the channel. I'm doing this out of a necessity. Aqua Road is Eggman's facility, but worse, because you have to play as the Avatar, who plays considerably worse than Sonic and Shadow.
Yeah, you suck. Yeah, you just f***ing suck. Blows my mind that somebody like this not only exists, but also is delusional enough to post it online.
Yeah, same crap, water slide simulator, let's just move on to Guardian Rock. Right, listen, on this channel we appreciate good music, and the music for the stage is a banger. But that doesn't take away the fact that this is a pretty boring stage. If it wasn't for the robot spider legs trying to crush you, I don't think I'd remember anything that this stage would have to offer. Also, the stage might as well be fully 2D, because the 3D is some good old automated action.
Why, you stupid bastard?
Running from the spider robot and just pressing the R1 and L1 buttons.
Why?
Basically, nearly half the stage is automated, where you only press a couple buttons. Not a fan of it. Not a fan of the cinematic route that the game tried to go for to try and hide the fact the gameplay is crap. Next up, we got Arsenal Pyramid. It's just 10 to 20 seconds of running and jumping before boosting up into the base, dodging lasers and making it into the interior. So you know Tick-Tock Clock from Mario Kart or Clockwork Wumper from Crash Nitro Fueled? Well, this stage is nothing like those. I'm just providing actual good examples of stage design regarding Clockwork Wheels. Because unless you have the Lightning Wisp for light dashing through the entire section, you'll be stuck through this whole slog of just trying to jump onto the same wheels, fighting the same enemies at least 5 times or so. Not exactly something I'd call fun or good stage design. Number 7, Imperial Tower, a stage which in my eyes has some potential. Potential we never got to see because of the terrible gameplay Forces has to offer. This one's all about platforming up Eggman's base. Platforming. Something you can't really do in this game, because the controls are terrible, and so is the gameplay. You can't even jump properly in this game, so how on earth are you supposed to have a fun time here? Because with the wall jumps and obstacles to go through, the final Avatar stage, it could have been good. It could have been more. Number 6, The Final Judgment, and it's probably only this far up because of how quick it is. Because at this point, the last stage before the final boss, you just want the game to end already. All it is pressing L1 or R1 to dodge obstacles, grind on a rail for a bit, and then destroy the tubes at the bottom of the stage, finishing off with one of those boring double boost segments. But hey, at least it's quick, so it deserves points for that, I guess. You know, for making my pain short term, deserves a higher placement for that. Number 5, Prison. I just don't care anymore. Like, there's nothing here that's good, but there's nothing here that's actually bad either. You drift through a couple of corridors, go through some pretty mindless 2D platforming, running across prison halls as drones shoot at you. I think that's it. Why is this game so bad, man? Number 4, Park Avenue. Remember Sunset Heights? And how Shadow has a version of that that's just 10 times better? Yeah, this stage is nothing like that one. Because this time, you don't even have Sonic or Shadow's speed to get through this stage quick. So it's basically the same as Sunset Heights, which is not a good thing, until you get to the 2D section. Here, you can go through alternate pathways using the Wisp Bombs. So like, if you had the Burst Wisp, you could get up to the roofs of the city. Or if you had the Lightning Wisp, you could just blast through the enemies and obstacles in the stage. But like, the Wisp Bombs can only do so much to make a stage as boring as this fun. I guess they kinda did their job in that regard, you know, since the stage made it into the top half of the list. Number 3, Capital City. It's got a pretty cool concept. I know, but it has to sound insane considering how we're still talking about Sonic Forces.
Hello there. I'm gonna kick your ass.
Basically, Infinite is drilling into you and the Resistance, turning the level upside down like it's Jetpack Joyride of all things, spamming all the lasers the city has to offer, creating weird versions of himself to destroy the stage around you. It's a neat concept, and it's close to being fun. Fortunately, when this stage is only like a minute long, you can only have so much fun because the fun would already be over before it's even started. Number 2, Spaceport, the first Avatar stage in the game. It doesn't get any better than this. No, that's a fact. It's got some decent platforming, well, as good as it can be with the turbo controls. The enemies are as repetitive in this stage, but again, it's probably because it's the first Avatar stage. 2D, it's decent. The stupid cinematic minigame, again, it's the first one, hence why it probably wasn't too repetitive to me at this point. And the stage itself just kind of clicks in most aspects. No, that doesn't mean it's a good stage at all. We're polishing a massive turd just to find some form of light here. But on the flip side, it's probably the first stage on the list to have some form of light / great potential. So fair enough to Spaceport. Although I will say, I'm feeling more positive than I was at this point in the classic stages. Number 1. Like, just take the pointless no space section at the beginning away, and literally nothing of value is lost. So, Capital City Act 2. Funny how we're not even ending this with a pure Avatar stage, because it's a Sonic co-op one. This stage, it's good, kinda. A high C+, maybe even a B, if United had won the FA Cup. We didn't.
This is disgusting. This is awful in every way. If I could kill it, I would, but I legally can't.
But I've considered it.
So I'm on the best mood, and for that this stage gets a C. Grinding over the city as the battle rages on, jumping on top of skyscrapers to defeat enemies, the wisp bombs once again coming into play to give you some pretty fun alternate paths throughout the stage, all whilst Fist Bump is playing in the background. Like, I couldn't believe it at first, but my heart was kind of racing here. I was kind of ecstatic about playing this. And you know what? I'm glad this is how I'm ending things with this game. It was nice to get some kind of adrenaline rush with the final stage and ranking from this game. But the game's still I'm done. That's it for me. I'm going back to play PO6.